So if you want to write a chemical equation, you need reactants. Now let us see how the formation of chemical equation is going to be. Sodium, every time I am telling sodium, so let us take another one, like hydrogen reacts with chlorine. It will give you hydrochloric acid, HCl, right? Hydrogen is one atom and chlorine is another atom. These two are going to react with each other and it is going to form hydrochloric acid, that is HCl. Hydrogen is one atom and chlorine is another atom. These two are reacting with each other and these two are called reactants. Already I have told you, when reactants react with each other, they form product. So reactants side for the equation, here you have reactants side and here you have product side. So reactants side, this is product side. So here you have reactants side and here you have product side. So reactants react with each other and it will give you a product. So product side you will have product. Now this is called skeleton of the equation. The equation represents what are the substances are mixed and what is the product it is giving. So here is the equation and this equation has reactants, maybe atoms or maybe molecules. When you mix with atoms, it will give you a molecule as product, or molecules are mixed with atoms, it will give you another molecule, or sometimes molecules are reacting with the molecules and it will give you product, just like zinc reacts with H2SO4 and it will give you zinc sulfate, ZnSO4 plus hydrogen gas. You can see here I have put arrow marks. This means this arrow mark represents it is a gas. Okay. So this arrow mark represents gas. This zinc, when I place here Zn down arrow, this represents a solid. Down arrow represents a solid, up arrow represents gas. Up arrow represents gas, down arrow represents solid. Then H2SO4 is a liquid, LiQ, we write liquid, LiQ, give you ZnSO4. Now ZnSO4 is a solution formed from these two and it is called aqueous solution. Aqueous solution. Aqueous solution in the sense when you mix these liquid and solid, it will give you a thick liquid called aqueous solution. A thick liquid, it is called aqueous solution and it is giving you hydrogen gas. When a equation is representing, a chemical equation is representing, in the chemical equation you have product reactants side and these reactants side reacts with each other and it will give you product at the product side. Now these reactants, they may solids, they may are atoms, they may are molecules, they mix with each other and form product. So product when they form, they give you aqueous solution or gases or sometimes solids or sometimes liquids. So how to represent these gas, solid, aqueous solution, liquid, you are supposed to know. When it is solid, it is represented with the down arrow. When it is a gas, it is represented with the up arrow. When a liquid, it is written in the bracket as LiQ. When it is aqueous solution, it is written as AQS, aqueous solution. aqueous, sometimes they write it as aqueous solution. Aqueous solution in the sense it is a liquid with a thicker inside. When I powder this chalk, piece of chalk and mix with water, then it is an aqueous solution, right? So different types of aqueous solutions are there, like when you mix salt water, then salt inside the water, if you mix, then it is going to give you salt water as aqueous solution. When you add sugar into the water and you stir for some time, the sugar will melt inside the water and it will join into the water, right? So it will mix with the water and it is going to form, right, aqueous solution. So do you have any doubts with aqueous solution or liquid? So solid, gas, liquid and aqueous solution representing. When you heat, like magnesium is reacted with oxygen or heated. So on heating, in the presence of oxygen, magnesium on heating in the presence of oxygen, it will give you magnesium oxide. Now in this equation you can see you have only one magnesium and two oxygens and magnesium oxide. Now this is called the skeleton of the equation. If you see here, magnesium atom reacts with the oxygen molecule and it is giving you product as magnesium oxide, MgO. Here reactants side, if you see, magnesium is only one atom, oxygen has two oxygen atoms. Are you observing? Now when it comes to the product side, you have only one magnesium and only one oxygen. What about the two oxygens? Where it has gone? So for this clarity, you need to balance the reactants side and the product side. Is there any balance in these two? When you check with these reactants are more than product. Reactants side number of atoms are more and product side number of atoms are less. So this equation has something wrong with this skeleton equation. If you see the skeleton equation here, the product side and the reactants side are not balancing. They are not balancing because here magnesium is one atom, oxygen has two atoms. When you check with the product side, magnesium is only one atom and oxygen is also only one atom. When you check with this complete skeleton equation, the product side and reactants side, they are not having the same number of atoms. Oh, something wrong with this. We need to change, we need to correct the number of atoms on both sides. That is called balancing of equation. Now the skeleton need to be balanced. The skeleton equation need to be balanced. Why we need to balance them? Because the skeleton equation has reactant side and product side are not having the same number of atoms. So magnesium is one atom, oxygen has two atoms. When it comes to the product side, magnesium is one atom and oxygen is also one atom. So there is something wrong with this equation. This skeleton equation is correct skeleton equation. When it comes to the formation, when we see magnesium reacts with oxygen, forms magnesium oxide. This equation is correct. The skeleton form of product is correct, but because there is no balance in the number of atoms on both sides, we have problem with this equation. Magnesium reacts with the oxygen molecule, gives magnesium oxide molecule, which is correct formation. Usually outside, when you take magnesium ribbon, if you take a crackers, right? So if you burn the cracker, you will find the ash. Where you are firing the cracker? In the presence of air. So it takes oxygen. So magnesium powder applied to the crackers usually. So magnesium powder burn in the presence of air, taking oxygen and give you ash, that is magnesium oxide ash. Now this is generally when we see it is happening correct only, but balancing of number of atoms is not correct. That is why we need to balance this equation. So now we are going to balance equations. Very simple and very easy way of doing this balancing of chemical equations. All you need to see here, how many number of atoms are there on reactant side, how many number of atoms are there on product side. If they are same on both sides, the equation is balanced, there is no problem. But here in this equation, you can see the reactants are more and product side you have atoms are less. Now we need to balance this equation. How do you balance this equation? How many oxygens are there? If you see here how many number of oxygens, here 2 number of oxygens are there. So we need to add 2 in front of the molecule, not to the oxygen. So here I am going to balance the equation. You can check once, sorry. Magnesium is only 1 atom, oxygen is having 2 atoms. So this, what I will do, I will put 2 MgO. Now here you can see here 1 magnesium atom, 2 oxygen atoms mixed with each other and giving you 2 magnesium atoms and 2 oxygen atoms. These 2 belongs to magnesium and oxygen also. So here reactants side, previously reactants side 3 atoms are there and product side only 2 atoms are there. When you see in this equation, I have only 1 atom of magnesium, 2 atoms of oxygen, totally 3 atoms are there. And when we come to this side, product side, I have 2 magnesium atoms, 2 oxygen atoms, totally 4 atoms are there. So this side has become less now. You have a story. 2 monkeys are there fighting for the equal share of 1 bread. So in between, cat has come and what it has done? So it is just shifting the 2 pieces, tearing the 2 pieces and putting into the balance. So one side is more, then immediately it takes and eats away something and it is putting back. The other side has become more. So that is how, so like that we are not going to do anything here. We are going to balance this exactly. So what I will do, I will put 2 in front of magnesium again, plus O2 gives rise to 2 MgO. Now this equation, if you see, 2 magnesium atoms, 2 oxygen atoms, totally 4 atoms are there, and you have 2 magnesium, 2 oxygen, 4 atoms are there on the other side also. Now this equation is balanced. I think you understand. If you don't understand, you can put message so that I will explain once again. Can you see this? Can you all see this 3 steps? Can be seen? So please check with these 3 steps. Now this is the skeleton equation. In the skeleton equation you have reactants to the equation and the other side you have a product side. So reactants side is left hand side, product side is right hand side. When you see here solid is denoted with a down arrow, objectives very important. These informations are very important for objectives. So sometimes they put this delta or triangle mark and they will ask you what it means. It is heating, on heating. You need to write on heating. This they will show, and this arrow mark what it shows? It is gas. It shows this hydrogen is a gas. And what zinc is down arrow? It is a solid. What is the LiQ? LiQ is a liquid. AQS, what is AQS? AQS is the aqueous solution. And then this delta or triangle shape on the equation shows on heating, heat. When you heat it, it will become as magnesium oxide. So this is the skeleton of one of the skeleton equation I have. Magnesium reacts with oxygen and gives you magnesium oxide. When you see the reactants side atoms and product side atoms, there is a difference. So this skeleton equation has a difference in the reactant side and product side. For equalization, for balancing, we have done balancing of equations. Now the chemical equation need to be balanced. So balance the chemical equation. So 2 Mg plus O2 MgO. So for 2 marks, this is very important question. So today we have learned one of the very important and damn sure compulsory question. 2 marks question it is, balancing of chemical equation. So very simple, very easy. On reactant side, how many atoms you measure, count them. On product side, you need to count them. And you have any doubt? Now let us have a tabular form so that we will understand better, right? Now let us see balance of chemical equation. Just now I told you, now I will take one more example, very simple example. Calcium burns in the presence of on heating oxygen, it will give you CaO. Similarly, like a magnesium reacts with the oxygen, gives you MgO on heating. Magnesium reacts with oxygen, gives you magnesium oxide. Calcium reacts with oxygen, gives you calcium oxide. Now here calcium and oxygen give you calcium oxide. Now what I will do, I will put here one thing, I will just put a tabular form for your better understanding.
Sir, what is the chemical bubble displacement? Double displacement. Chemical double displacement.
See, somebody has asked what is chemical double displacement. I already told you, barium chloride reacts with the sodium sulfate. Huh? Ayyo, live. In the live. Aitada? There is a small power cut problem. See, these are the problems we have. Due to the power cut, I think a bit slower we'll have. I'll finish up this balancing of chemical equation. So double displacement in the sense, barium chloride reacts with sodium sulfate. Sulfate goes to barium and chlorine comes back to sodium. That is what actually the double displacement means. Barium chloride, chlorine goes to sodium, and sodium sulfate, sulfate goes to barium. So sulfate goes to barium, chlorine goes to sodium. That is how double displacement has taken. One displacement is sodium comes to barium. Another displacement, chlorine comes to sodium. That is how the double displacement happened and double displacement reaction means. Now here we are going to balance the equation. So atom name, I'll write. Atom name, left hand side, that is reactants side, right hand side, that is product side. Product side and reactant side. So reactants product. This is the equation given to us. What are the atoms are present? Now in this equation I have calcium, I have another atom oxygen. Now check with this. On left hand side how many calciums are there? 1. On left hand side how many calciums are there? 1. On left hand side how many oxygens are there? 2. How many oxygens are there? 1. Now oxygens are 2 on left hand side and 1 on right hand side. Now what we need to do? We need to change this equation by balancing the equation. Ca plus O2 gives rise to 2CaO. Because I have 2 oxygens on left hand side, what I will do? I will put 2 on right hand side also. To make it right hand side also 2, I put 2 in front of calcium and oxygen. Again now what I will do? I left hand side I have 1. How many calciums are there on right hand side? 2 is there in front of calcium, 2 is there for oxygen also. So 2 is there in front of the total molecule. For this total molecule, whatever atoms are there, this 2 belongs to those atoms. So calcium is also having 2 calciums and 2 oxygens. So here 2 calciums are there and 2 oxygens on left hand side, 2 oxygens on right hand side also. Now I have done with oxygen. Again there is a problem with the calcium now. Now rearrange this. To readjust this, what I will do? I will put 2Ca plus O2 gives rise to 2CaO. Now what I will do it? On left hand side I put 2 in front of calcium. Then you see here in the chemical equation I have a 2 on calcium side and 2 on left hand side also. 2 oxygens are there on the left hand side, 2 oxygens are there on right hand side also. This is how we balance the chemical equation. In detail, some more examples we will see.